What is going on, guys? Jay here, and I'm bringing you guys another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle, and this is a UU match I had up against Nexes. He was asking for a UU match, and I was like, yo, you know what? I need to stop team testing on PO. Let me team test on the DS. So that's exactly what I do, and this was a really good game. Now, looking at his team, I already know that Stealth Rocks will be very beneficial because he has two Pokemon that I honestly do not like seeing in UU. I don't like seeing them on teams. That's Rotom Heat and that's in Crobat. Those Pokemon get destroyed by rocks, so it would be very beneficial for me to have my Stealth Rocks up, first turn. Especially the fact that he doesn't even have a spinner or a magic or a bouncer or anything like that. So, rocks would definitely be beneficial. So, let's go ahead and jump into the battle. He's going to lead off with his Rotom. I'm going to lead off with my Azelf. Now, obviously, I'm going to go ahead and go straight for the Stealth Rock. And, first turn, I see that he outspeeds me. So that immediately tells me that this Rotom is, in fact, Choice Scarf. That's very good information to have for later, even though I probably won't even use that information later. So, yeah. And he's going to just Volt Switch out into his Crobat, which is a really good switch for him because I did go for the Stealth Rock that turn. Now I'm going to switch out and I'm going to bring in my Hitmontop, predict him to go for the U-turn because the U-turn will obviously be effective and it will definitely take out my Azelf from that range. And he does just that, goes for the U-turn. And plus, Hitmontop does resist the U-turn and it takes it like a champ. Look at that. Like, seriously, I can recover all that HP back with leftovers and then some. That's crazy. So he's going to U-turn out and he's going to U-turn out into his Machamp. And now, I don't know what kind of Machamp this is, but I figured I could outspeed it and go for the Toxic and poison it. And I in fact do that, but he has the Lumberry as most Machamps do, so that was pretty much, that kind of sucked for me. So at least I got rid of the Lumberry, so now I can inflict a status on it if I actually want to. But honestly, I don't want to. I'm actually going to switch out of here because I don't want to take another Dynamic Punch and I don't want to risk hitting myself. So I'm going to go into Victini, more or less try to take a Dynamic Punch from this thing, but also, I don't know why I switched to Victini. But he switched out, most likely predicting me to go for another Toxic, and he goes into his Crobat. So this is not really a good matchup for him because I do carry the Electric type move, but he doesn't know if I'm a physical Victini or a special Victini. So he's just going to U-turn out. He's going to go back into his Rotom to probably take the Electric type move. I figured he was going to U-turn out, not fearing the Electric move, so I just go for the safe Side Shock. Honestly, Side Shock would have been super effective anyway, but it was just safer to go for it rather than an Electric move because he does have the Rotom to take those hits. And another Side Shock will be able to take him out. If I was Modest instead of, I think, Naive, I would have definitely been able to take out that Rotom with one hit. But, I need all the speed that I can get. So, Rotom is out of the way. That's one threat that I needed out of the way. That's really good for me. He's going to bring a Flygon. I don't want to take an Earthquake, so I'm just going to switch out and switch into my Hitmontop to take the Earthquake or Stone Edge that I thought he was going to go for. But he actually just goes for the Outrage. So I really don't know what kind of Flygon this is. Maybe it's Scarf, maybe it's Bandit. I don't know. I honestly cannot tell you guys. Nexus is going to have to tell me in the comments if he watches this video. I should have asked him after the battle, but I didn't get a chance to. But I switched in Suicune right here because I honestly wanted him to get the 3-turn Outrage. That way I could hit him with the Ice Beam. But lucky for him, unlucky for me, or let me say, fortunately for him, he gets the 2-turn, so he's able to switch out and switch into Shaman. And I figured he was going to switch, so I went for the Roar and just shuffle his team around, and I get the Crobat. That's very good because I already know he's going to try to U-turn out into Empoleon, predicting me to go for the Ice Beam. Actually, no, he goes for the Taunt, so I won't go for the Roar. But I actually go for the Ice Beam because I want this thing dead too, because again, it outspeeds everything on my team, and I need it out of my way. And yeah, so now he's gonna actually U-turn out, and well, I guess you could say I predicted. Honestly, I actually figured he was going to switch out. He was going to U-turn out, and I figured he would predict me to go for the Ice Beam. So that's why instead I go for the Hidden Power Electric, which me having Hidden Power Electric is actually a mistake. This is actually not the Suicune that I use on PO. The Suicune that I use on PO has Calm Mind. But in this situation, HP Electric actually did work because I don't know, I mean, it would have taken out the Crobat from that range, and if he switched to Empoleon, it takes a little bit of damage from HP Electric also. That's pretty cool, But knowing me, I can't do anything to that Empoleon outside of HP Electric. So I'm just gonna switch out and switch into my Rotom. Mainly I want to get a burn on this thing just to get some residual damage going on, just to negate the leftovers recovery, and also I can possibly scare him out with the Volt Switch. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp. Honestly, I think I went for the Will-O-Wisp that turn. No, I went for the Will-O-Wisp that turn because I wanted him to take some residual damage. Now, I thought he was going to actually switch out and switch into Flygon, predicting me to go for the Volt Switch, because who in the hell goes for Will-O-Wisp twice in a row, right? So that's why I go for the second Will-O-Wisp. I go for the second Will-O-Wisp, actually predicting him to go into Flygon to take the Volt Switch, and he actually just stays in and goes for the Ice Beam. So that was pretty much a dumb fucking move by me, and I didn't really pay the price too much. Ice Beam didn't really do too much for me. Plus, I do have the Pain Split if I really need to get my HP back up to full, if I really wanted to. Or not to full, but to enough HP that I feel comfortable. But right now, I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch. And I do end up pulling off a critical hit right here. So that's the first bit of hacks in this battle. And yeah, I end up killing this Empoleon. But because I kill this Empoleon, he does get switch advantage. And I'm just going to bring a Heracross. I'm just going to bring, yeah, I just bring it in just to bring it in. And he's going to bring in Crobat. Now, I figured, you know, Crobat will die to rocks, but it lives with a smidgen. And I don't want to take a Brave Bird to the face, so I'm going to have to go into Suicune to take it, because Suicune is a physically defensive monster. And he does just that. He goes for the Brave Bird, and because of the recoil, he is going to be able to take him. He's going to take himself out, and that is a dead Crobat. So now I'm pretty much happy. The two Pokemon that I wanted to get rid of are gone, so that's very good for me. So now he brings in Shaman. I don't want to take a Seed Flare, Giga Drain, whatever the fuck this thing has. I don't want to take the grass move, so I'm going to go into my Rotom to sponge it. And look, damn, my Rotom is not looking good right now, honestly. But it's the best Pokemon I have to take a Seed Flare. And he actually does get the Spec D drop, so I already know. I'm just going to fodder off Rotom right here, because there's nothing Rotom can do right now. Honestly, Rotom's toxic, everything, it's poison, it's done. I might as well just fodder off here and get a free switch into my Azelf to get a heavy hit off on this Shaman, because I see his Life Orb, so I know I can outspeed it. And right here, honestly, I should have just went for the Fire Blast, but I go for the Psychic anyway. I just go for the Psychic because I figure, you know, it'll take him down to enough health to where Life Orb will be able to take him out. So end up losing Azelf, and he ends up living through the fucking Life Orb recoil. So I was kind of upset at that. Like, that's another smidgen. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I bring a Hitmontop because I figure, you know, let's go for the Sucker Punch. But nope, he carries the rest. And I should have seen this coming, but I didn't. And yeah, now the Shaman is back up to full. Has Natural Cure. He can switch out. He can do anything he wants. And this Shaman is definitely a problem because my Azelf is gone, so I can't necessarily outspeed it unless I get a speed tie with Victini if he's max speed and he's like timid or something. But he's gonna switch out, go into his not Hitmonchan, Machamp. Damn, I am way off. His Machamp, and I just go for the Rapid Spin because I don't want my Victini getting raped by rocks on the way in, and I don't want my Heracross getting hit by rocks on the way in either. And then I go for the Toxic, and he goes for the Stone Edge. I guess predicting me to go back into my Victini. No, I'm just going to stay with my Hitmontop, and I'm just going to, you know, I think hit him with a close combat. And I hope I can hit him with, yeah, I do. I hit him with a close combat, and it is not going to be enough to take him out, obviously. But it does do a decent chunk, and I plan on just foddering off Hitmontop here. Honestly, I probably should have kept Hitmontop, but I didn't really want anything else on my team taking a hit. Aside from, well, I do have Suicune, but I think I was saving Suicune. Do I still have Suicune? Yeah, I do. But I was saving it for the Flygon, though. That's right. But end up losing Hitmontop. I am going to switch into Victini, go for the Psyshock, and he's just going to leave this thing in to die because, I mean, he doesn't really have any more use for it, obviously, and nothing on his team wants to take a Choice Spec Psyshock from Victini. Yeah. So, after all that, he goes into Flygon. I don't want to take an Earthquake, obviously, so I'm going to go into Suicune because, again, Suicune is my physically defensive wall. I wish I had Hitmontop, but I don't. So, you know, I had to switch into Suicune, and it takes it decently. You know, it takes it very well. You know, considering, you know, whatever. So he's gonna switch out because he doesn't want to take an Ice Beam, and he wants to keep it. I guess that's his. I guess the thing is Scarfed. I want to say it's Scarfed. I just really want to say his scarf. But he goes into Shaman, and I just go for the Ice Beam, and it does around half. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then I leave in Suicune to die. Now that was probably a very big mistake. I probably should have just switched into Victini right here, because he obvious Seed Flare was pretty fucking obvious, and I switched. I don't know why I stayed in with Suicune. That was probably the biggest mistake I made right there. But I'm just gonna bring in Victini, go for the Side Shock. I don't know if it was a speed tie or not. If it was, then I won the speed tie. If it wasn't, then I had nothing to worry about. But now he's just gonna bring in his last Pokemon, which is his Flygon, and he's just gonna lock himself in on Outrage, and Outrage will be enough to take out my Victini. So it all comes down to if my Heracross can take an Outrage, then I can go for a Choice Band at close combat. And sure enough, let's just put it this way: I don't take the Outrage at all. Because that's a critical hit. So yeah. So I got smashed. Not necessarily smashed, but it was definitely a really good game though. It was a good game. If I had kept Suicune longer, then I could have definitely came back from that. But go check out Nexes, guys. His link will be in the video description. You know, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook if you want. You know, do all that stuff. And if you missed my last Wi-Fi battle, it'll be right here. And see you guys later. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like subscribing and stuff. Peace.